If you are already using ChatGPT in your day-to-day life, there is a good chance you are missing on one of its most powerful tools. It's called Codex. Unlike ChatGPT, Codex doesn't just respond to your prompts, it can actually do things for you. So, in this video, I'm going to explain Codex in a way that's easy for anyone to understand. I will show you what makes it different and everything you need to know in order to get started. So, let's not waste any time and jump straight in. So this is what Codex looks like. The biggest difference between ChatGPT and Codex is that while everything you create in ChatGPT lives in the cloud, Codex works directly with the files on your computer. It can generate documents, organize files, build websites, create apps, and even automate repetitive tasks. Unlike ChatGPT, Codex is a desktop app, so you need to download and install it on your computer first. So let's just head over to OpenAI website, download the version for your operating system, and follow the installation steps. It only takes a couple of minutes. Once installed, you'll be asked to sign in into your ChatGPT account. The good news is that Codex is included with every ChatGPT plan at no extra cost, including the free plan. The only difference here is how much you can use it, with paid plans offering higher usage limits. So I will click continue to sign in, and then I will be redirected to the browser here, where I will enter my ChatGPT username and password. I'll click continue. I have two-factor authentication enabled, so I will enter my one-time code here, click continue, and then continue again. Once you have signed in, Codex will ask what kind of work you do. This helps personalize your experience, so just choose the option that best describes you. In my case, I'll select Other and click Continue. Here I'll click skip, so we can just jump straight into the app itself, but feel free to go through the entire setup if you like. Codex needs one-time permission to work on my PC, so I'll click finish setup and we are in. If you have used ChatGPT before, this interface will feel pretty familiar. OpenAI is gradually bringing ChatGPT and Codex together into the same desktop app, so your screen might look slightly different from mine. Just make sure you have Codex selected here in the top left corner. Before we start working on anything, I just want to quickly change the appearance. So I'll go to Settings, Appearance, and select Dark Mode. Okay, that's much better. Now, the first thing you need to know inside Codex is how to keep everything organized, and that's by using projects. A project is simply a folder on your computer where every file, document, website, or app you created is automatically saved. So let's create our first project. I will click on the plus icon next to projects, and from here you have two options. You can either create a new project by giving it a name, and Codex will create a new folder for you inside your documents folder, or you can select a folder that already exists on your computer. Personally, I like creating my own folders first and then selecting them here, but either option works just fine. So for this example, I will use this invoice folder as my first project. I have saved a bunch of invoices from work inside this folder, and I'll ask Codex to analyze them and create a spreadsheet with all the invoice details on it. So I will start a new chat here, and I will say analyze all the invoices in this project folder and create a spreadsheet with the invoice number, company name, description of work, invoice date, GST, and total amount for each invoice. Now I'll send this prompt and let Codex do its work. Depending on the task, this can take anywhere from a few seconds to a few minutes. You can actually see each step the agent is taking to complete the task. We have 89 PDF files here and a few image only scans, so this will take some time. I'll be right back once it's done. Alright, so it took Codex 8 minutes and 27 seconds to complete the task, and here's our spreadsheet, which I can actually preview right here inside Codex. We have invoice number, company name, description of works, the amount, and the source file where the data was extracted from. The formatting itself is incredible, probably better than any of my spreadsheets. If you want to access access the actual file, just click the arrow here and then open in folder. As you can see, the spreadsheet has been saved directly inside our invoice folder, along with all the other files, including invoices and the files created by Codex to complete the task. Everything saved directly on my computer. And we don't need to stop there. I can now go back to the chat and say, analyze this spreadsheet and create a dashboard showing the total amount invoiced, total GST paid, number of invoice, monthly invoice totals, top 10 suppliers by total spend. Save the dashboard as a new Excel workbook with charts. I will hit submit, and this time, while Codex is working on this dashboard, I will start a new project named Sunrise Landing Page, which is a landing page for a local coffee shop. And yes, Codex can create all kinds of files, from documents and presentations to real websites and even full applications. And the prompt I will use here is create a modern, responsive landing page for a local coffee shop called Sunrise Cafe. Then I will include as much details of what I want this website to look like. But before I submit the prompt, let me quickly show you a couple of settings you can change here. If I click on the model here, you can choose how Codex balances speed and intelligence. Move the slider to the left for faster response, or to the right for a more capable model that may take a little longer to complete the task. If you click on advanced, you have a few more options. Here, you can choose the model, the reasoning effort, and the response speed. Just keep in mind that these settings also affect your usage credits. In general, the more reasoning effort you choose, the more credits the task will use. Personally, I like to leave mine set to Sol 5.6, medium effort, and standard speed. You can also choose how much control you'd like to give to Codex. To change this, just click on your profile, open settings, then go to permissions. Here you'll find 3 permission levels. Personally, I like to use the full permissions. These allow Codex to create and edit files inside my workspace while still asking for my approval whenever it's about to do something important. The other 2 options give Codex more access to your computer or allow it to review its own work automatically. If you are just getting started, I recommend leaving at the default settings. You can always come back here later and change whatever you need. Now I'll send this prompt and let Codex do the work. Just keep in mind that I kept the prompt very simple for this example. But if you already know exactly what you want to build, the more details you give Codex, the better the final results will be. These will take some time, so let's head back to our invoice example and see if the dashboard is ready. And that's one of the great things about Codex. You can work on multiple projects at the same time. Let's have a look at the dashboard. I think it's probably best if I open it directly in Excel. So I'll click open folder and let me make it full screen, and there it is. A really good looking dashboard with all the expenses organized by month, the total tax paid, the number of invoices, and even a couple of charts that make the whole thing look very professional. If you look at the bottom here, we also have a tab containing all the invoices that generated earlier. I think this is an amazing dashboard, and it's something I would be more than happy to present at work. Now let's close this and see how our landing page is going. It looks like Codex is waiting for my approval before continuing. This is completely normal. Whenever Codex needs to perform an action that requires your permission, it will pause and ask it first. I will go ahead and approve so we can continue, and I'll be right back once the page is ready. Alright, the landing page is ready, so let's click open the private site. The first time you do this, you may be asked to sign in to your ChatGPT account again. That's because Codex has actually published a private preview of the website to ChatGPT site hosting service. The site is temporarily hosted on OpenAI servers, so you can preview and share it easily. At this stage, this private hosting is included with eligible paid ChatGPT plans and does not have a separate hosting fee. But if you'd rather keep everything on your own own computer, simply include to your prompt something like build the website locally instead. Then you can publish a preview on Netlify later if you like. And here's our landing page. I'll click on full screen and look at this. That's how easy it is to create your own website these days. And because all the files are stored inside our project, we can continue making changes just by chatting with Codex here. Just describe the change that you want and Codex will update things for you. Now, let me show you one of my favorite features inside Codex: skills. A skill is simply a set of instructions that Codex can save and reuse whenever you need it. Think of it as teaching Codex how you like a particular task to be done, so you don't have to explain everything from scratch every time. For example, let's say I'm really happy with this landing page and I would like to regularly create presentations, report, and infographics using the same branding colors. So instead of manually applying the company branding every time, I can ask Codex to create a skill for that. I would simply say something like, analyze the website we just created and identify my branding colors, typography, writing style, and overall design guidelines. Then create a skill called Company Brand Kit so I can reuse it in future documents and presentations. I'll submit the prompt and let Codex analyze my entire website. If you have a personal branding site, this will be perfect for you. You just need to tell Codex the URL of your site and he will analyze the same way. And once the skill is ready, you can use your branding kit skill to create any material you want for your site. Let me show you an example. To be able to use a skill, we simply type a / first, followed by the name of the skill. In my case, company. As I start typing, you can see this skill appears at the top, so I'll just click on it. Then I can say something like create a one-page infographic highlighting Sunrise Cafe's signature coffees, pastry, and special offers. I'll send that and wait for the result. And again, Codex will from time to time ask you to approve things along the way. Because I am using my company brand kit skill, Codex already knows which colors, fonts, and branding guidelines to use. I don't have to explain them again every time I create something, which keeps everything consistent across all my documents and presentation. And here is our infographic. We can download it either in PDF or PNG. Let's open the PDF version. I will reduce the zoom to 100% so we can see the entire thing on the screen. And as you can see, it follows the same color branding as the original website. How cool is that? And remember, we can ask Codex to make any change we like here, or you can simply download and edit the PDF directly. And that's exactly how I use the skills in my day-to-day work. Every week, I have to send a dashboard to my team with updates on the work I have completed. Since the process is always the same, I just created a skill for it. It saves me a lot of time and keeps everything consistent from week to week. Another really useful feature in Codex is plugins. Plugins allow Codex to connect with other apps and servers that you already use, like Gmail, Google Drive, Slack, and many others. This means Codex isn't limited to the files inside your project. With your permission, it can also work with information stored in those apps. To install a plugin, simply open the plugin tab and choose the one you want to connect. For this example, I will search for Gmail and click install, then sign into my Gmail account, click continue. Now I need to select what OpenAI can access. I will select all and click continue again. Click open and the plugin is ready to use. Now, let me show you an example. I will create a new project called YouTube Brand Deals. I will start a new chat, and to invoke a plugin, we simply need to start the chat with an @ symbol followed by the name of the plugin. Then I will ask Codex, look through my emails from the last 4 weeks, find any company interested in sponsorship, research each company and create a spreadsheet with the company name, what they are offering, and any useful notes. I will send this prompt and I'll fast forward while Codex is working in the background. Alright, it took 7 minutes and 20 seconds and here's my spreadsheet. It's probably best if I open in full screen. So I'll click open folder and open the file. It looks like we have a summary tab first, showing a snapshot of all the deals it found. If I go to the next tab, I can see all the brand deals nicely organized. Just think about what you could do with this, how much time this could save you every day. The possibilities possibilities here are endless. You could also ask Codex to draft replies to all of your emails before you even get to work. Will every reply be perfect? Probably not, but it will give you a great starting point, and that's often the hardest part. Over time, you can even ask Codex to analyze your sent emails, so it learns your writing style and generate replies that sounds more like you. And you are not only limited to Gmail. If I wanted Codex to search my Google Drive, for example, I would use the @Google Drive plugin. The list of plugins is huge and it continues to grow daily. We have GitHub, Notion, Canva, Slack, and Zoom, just to name a few. I'm sure there is something here for everyone. Alright, let's keep moving. Another really useful feature in Codex is its built-in image generation. This allows you to generate high-quality images without leaving Codex. Let me show you an example. I will create a new project, and this time I will use an existing folder called Product Images. Inside this folder, I have this Express coffee machine. So the plan here is to ask Codex to create marketing images for this product. I'll click Continue, and we'll start a new chat inside this project. And I'll say, using the product image already available in this project as a reference, generate 5 professional marketing images for the portable Express machine. And the images that I need here are a clean studio product image, a lifestyle image of someone making coffee at home, a coffee shop scene featuring the product in use, an outdoor camping scene showing the product, and a close-up highlighting the product's key features and build quality. Make all 5 images look like they are part of the same premium advertising campaign. I'll submit the prompt and let Codex generate the image. This will take some time, so I'll be right back when it's ready. Okay, let's have a look at our image. Clean product photo, someone making coffee at home, coffee shop, camping style, and a close-up shot. I honestly think that OpenAI image generation is really good at the moment. And the best part is, all of the images are saved directly inside my project folder, just like every other file we have created throughout this tutorial. Now that we have these images, let me show you another really powerful capability of Codex: browser use and computer use. This feature allows Codex to interact with websites and applications on your computer, just like a real person would. For example, instead of creating an image carousel myself, I can simply ask Codex to do it for me. But first, I will click here to open the side panel, then select browser. This is just like a standard browser you can use like Chrome. So I'll search for Canva, then I will click on sign in with Google, add my email, my password, authorize on my phone, continue, and I'm in. Now Codex will be able to use my Canva account. I will close the browser and I'll say, open Canva on my computer, create a new Instagram carousel, use the 5 images we just generated, place 1 image on each slide, add a clean, modern layout with a title and a short caption, then save the finished design. I'll submit the prompt and let's watch Codex do the work. Just keep in mind that browser use is not super fast, so I will fast forward some of the scenes here just to keep the video moving. The first thing Codex will do is open Canva, and since we already logged in before, he's already inside my account. Then he creates a design, import all the images, and here we can actually see this black mouse moving on the screen. This is not me. My mouse is this one right here. Codex has added the first image to the Canva. For some reason, he right-click on the image. I think he's trying to resize. Yes, there it is. Now he moved to page 2, added the image, resized. Looks like he now added a 3rd image on top of the 2nd. He just realized he made a mistake and deleted. Working on the 3rd Canva now. Edit the image. Just. Come on, you can do this. 4th Canva. Image. Resize. Now he moved to the last image. Looks like he's trying to save it. No, he actually changed the name for this project. And here's our final carousel. Seriously, it blows my mind that this entire carousel was created by AI. The image, the text, overlays, everything. And from here, we can download it to our computer or publish it straight to Instagram. If you want to take a step further, we could ask Codex to publish for us. I won't do that in this video, but let me know in the comment section below if you'd like me to show you how to automate most of your social media content. Before we wrap it up, I just want to show you guys one last thing you can do with Codex. So far, we have been running every task manually, meaning we have been asking Codex to do the work. But what if there is something you do every single day? That's where automations come in. Automations allow Codex to run tasks for you on a schedule, so you don't have to remember to do them yourself. For example, I receive a lot of emails every day, and instead of checking my inbox every morning to see what's important, I can ask Codex to do it for me. So I will start a new project, name it Everyday Email. I will start a new chat inside and I'll say at Gmail to invoke the Gmail plugin. Every weekday at 4 a.m. check my unread emails received in the past 24 hours. Create a summary and prepare drafts so I can review and send them myself later. I'll send this prompt and wait for Codex to create the automation. Alright, it looks like my automation is ready. If I click open, I can see the details of my automation here. At the top, there is a brief description and I can see it's running on the existing chat called Summarize Unread Emails. I can also change the schedule here if I wanted to, but I'll close this window for now just to show you guys another way to view my automations, which is by clicking the schedule on the left hand side. If I click on the three dots here, I can actually run it now. I can pause it or delete it. It's currently 5:59 a.m. so this automation won't run until 4 a.m. tomorrow morning. So to save time here, I will run it manually now so we can actually see the results. If we have a look at the chat here, we can see that Codex is already working in the background. And there we have it. Codex has sorted my emails by priority, prepared draft replies, and just like I asked, it hasn't sent anything. Now, if I open my Gmail account, you can see the draft replies are already there. Let's open one of them. And as you can see, the reply is actually pretty good. And I can always add or change things if I need to. It's a simple example, I know, but it gives you an idea of what's possible. Whether it's organizing files, monitoring your inbox, generating reports, or running recurring tasks, automations can help you save time by taking care of the work for you. Once you start combining automation with skills, with plugins, browser use, and computer use, Codex becomes much more than just an AI chatbot. It becomes a real assistant that helps you get things done. And that's everything you need to know to get started with Codex. As you have seen throughout this video, Codex is much more than just another AI chatbot. It can organize your files, build websites, create documents and presentations, connect with your apps you already use, interact with website and applications, and even automate repetitive tasks for you. The best way to learn is simply to start using it. Create a project, try a few prompts, and you will quickly discover new ways to use it in your own work. I hope you found this video helpful, and if you did, please leave a like and consider subscribing for more tutorials like this one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.